guys, it's Amy at Zoe Beck, and I'm going to do my December 2023 TBR. So I have a lot of books that I'd like to get to in December, but I'm coming out of a reading slump. So most of these are just pile of possibilities. These are hopefuls. I just looked across the room and saw another book I want to read, but you know, I can't do it all. So I'm just putting up here a few books that for sure I'm going to read because I have buddy reads. There's a few of them I want to reread. And there's a lot of books I'd like to finish by the end of the year because I've started them this year. And I like to try to clear out as many as possible that I've started this year off my currently reading before January 1st. So we'll see how I do. I'm not going to get to all these. I think I'm just over ambitious. I mean, I think I'm coming out of my reading slump. So I think I'm doing better that way. But I just don't know. We'll see what happens. So one of the first books I'll read this month will be Steel's Edge by Ilona Andrews. I'm doing this as a buddy read with Tia and all the books. We'll be reading this the first week of December. This is the fourth and final book in the Edge series. So it's an urban fantasy following people from the Edge, which is this land that is in between the Broken, which is our world where there's no magic, and the Weird where there is magic. And so they have this they're this weird area that most of them can cross between both the Weird and the Broken. They can go in different areas and they get into all sorts of trouble. Anyway, it's a great urban fantasy series with some romance and stuff in there, but a lot of action and adventure. These are just really fun rides. Again, I'm looking forward to this last book because this follows a character that we've seen a little bit in book 2 and 3, very little more. I want to see more about him, so I'm excited to see that and finish that series with Tia. We've read quite a bit of the Ilona Andrews series together, so that'll be just another one that we're finishing. And then I'm also going to read the novella, the 2.5 novella in the Love at Stake series with Berna at Berna's Bookish Adventures. We have been reading the Love at Stake series. We just started this year, so this is 2.5. So we read through book 3 in November, but we switched it with the 2.5 to be in December because it's just 80 some pages. So I don't know what this one's about. It's vampires and it's, you know, paranormal romance. There'll be something. I'm just not sure who the characters are. I haven't even looked at it because it's so short. I didn't want to spoil myself or anything in case it came up when I read book 3. So I don't even know what it is. So we'll see what happens. So again, those are the only two that I have to read. Let's just do this real quick. I do want to reread the Plated Prisoner series. I already reread Guild just a couple of days ago, so I would like to continue with Glint, and then Gleam and Glow, because the 5th book in the series is coming out December 7th, and I really want to get to that and read it at least in December. So, but I want to reread the books beforehand, even though they get chunkier and chunkier. This is one of my favorite fantasy romance series. This is oh, I was tired. Oh, sorry. What am I trying to say? This is a King Midas retelling, and this one follows Arin and her journey as she goes from being someone who is kept as King Midas's favorite, and then things go definitely very, very wrong when he makes some political moves and stuff, and things get changed. Anyway, I really enjoy this series, and I just love how each book she grows and her journey, and then the characters she meets. As I said, I do want to get to this, and then I have the other 2, Gleam and Glow, here to read as well before the book 5 Gold comes out. So that one, those are what I like to reread this month. We'll see what happens. Some books that I would like to read that are, that I haven't read yet, but this one would have me caught up on a series that all of everything that's published in it, and that is The Sinful Ways of Jamie Mackenzie by Jennifer Ashley. This is the 12th book or 12th novel in the Mackenzie McBride series. So this would be, I would be caught up on all the books, on everything for this series that I've been reading for many years. I finally have caught up to this. This is the last one. This one actually is the son of Ian Mackenzie, which is who was the main lead in the first book. So I'm really excited to see how this goes, because this is a kind of a later of the timelines. I think this is 1908. So it's just a little bit into the Edwardian kind of thing. So I'm kind of I'm going to get caught up on the series. I don't think she's completed it exactly, but she has been writing a lot of other series, but I want to be caught up, so at least I'm caught up. Yeah. So, because I haven't been for a long time. Another one that's a part of a series that means I would be caught up is for the Nightborn Duet, Book 2. This is The Ashes and the Star-Cursed King by Carissa Broadbent. I really enjoyed The Serpent and the Wings of Night and was blown away by the end. And then I got this book and I just haven't picked it up. I did read the novella in between, so I'll be caught up because they're all duologies, but there was a novella in between. 6 Scorched Roses, I think. Anyway, so but I want to get to this to know what happens because of what happened at the end of that book. So I would really like to get to this. This is more of a farther, not really a high possibility that I'll get to this. This is more of I would like to get to that fantasy romance, because that has to do, the first book has to do with, is it Arena? I don't know how she says her name. Aurea, is in a competition, to get a wish granted by their god or whatever. So it was really a great fantasy romance with trials and all this action and forced proximity and all that kind of good stuff. It was really good. And then the ending was just blew me away. And then I didn't continue because I had to wait for the book to come, and then I didn't get to it. So I do want to get to that. And then one of my pre-orders this year that I haven't tried, but the second book is coming out in I think March or April. I don't remember. So I need to read the first book to see if I want to continue this series. And that is The Foxglove King by Hannah Winton. This is the first book in the Nightshade Crown. So this one has to do with a woman who I think she does necromancy of some sort. And she's not supposed to tell anybody or something, but she got caught by the king or something, and he wants her to do something for him. And that's about all I know. I know there might be a love triangle or something in here. I'm not quite sure. Again, it's a fantasy romance. I really enjoyed her For the Wolf and For the Throne, or the Winterwood duology. I read, I think I finished that last year. But I need to read this to know if I want to buy the second book. So those are the books I would like to get to that I haven't tried yet. So then, just real quick, I'm just going to flash these up. I'm not going to say much about them because they're all in that a video I did a couple of weeks ago about all the books that I'm in the middle of that I haven't finished. So I've only completed one since then. I'm in the middle of another one. So I don't have those on this list, but these are the ones that are still left that I would like to get done before the end of the year. Now, I don't expect, again, with all these other books that I want to read in series I want to read, I don't expect to get to all these. And I have all these books that I just bought this last month. I went kind of crazy. Well, book haul coming. But I need to, I like to clear off as much of my currently reading as I can by the end of the year. So some of those that are on there that I'm just talking about the ones that I've started this year and then I abandoned, so I want to go back to. The first one is To Marry a Scottish Laird by Lindsay Sands. Death on Gokumon Island by Shiishi Yokomizo. I think this one is translated by, Louise Heel Kawai. House of Sky and Breath by Sarah J. Maas. I'm 200 pages in on this one, and I really need to finish that before January. What the Hex by Jessica Clare. The Way of Kings, I want to at least read this first section, or this first half, but I'd really like to read the whole thing. So we're going to try for that one. I still have The Brightest Star in Paris by Diana Biller that I need to get to. I think this is one of the ones I'll probably restart and then try to get back into is Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies by Heather Fawcett, because I liked it, but I just wasn't in the mood for cozy fantasy at the time, and so I want to get back to that. And a book that I started, and because of my slump, I had to put it down, is Iron Flame by Rebecca Yarros. It is not the book's fault. It was definitely what I was reading and doing at the time. But I do want to get this finished. I'm only a little bit in, so I barely started it, but I definitely want to finish that by the end of the year. So those are all the books that I would like to get to. I just looked over and saw The Burning Witch, which is by Delamock. That is the House Witch, like the next series. I would really like to get to that book too, but I didn't pull it over here, but it is another book I want to get to. Everything else though, as I said, I am a mood reader. That does not, even though I put these on my TBR, that does not mean I'm going to read them. I would just like to get through quite a few of these, but maybe not all of them, but we'll see what happens. What are you guys reading in December? What is your focus? Do you try to finish things off that you haven't finished, or do you just want to read all new things? I know that everybody has different opinions on that. I always look at it as a time to get things done, or to finish things that I haven't finished yet, and I want to clear them off. So we'll see what happens. So anyway, let me know what you're reading, or if any of these you really think I should read and definitely get to them this month, let me know, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.